Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Wander and Prepare. Today I want to show off some sheaths from a good friend of mine and a maker, and his company is called Delta Sheath. And Luis over at Delta Sheath makes some absolutely incredible sheaths. Where I first learned about them actually was I bought the 007 from TKL, and as you can tell, that point right there is absolutely crazy. And it came with a sheath from a very well-known sheath maker, and the very first time I put it in the sheath, it poked through one side. I pulled it out, I slowly pushed it in the other side, it poked through the other side. So I was like, that's not gonna work. So when this was first released, I actually saw Tomas Alas. He actually had this sheath right here, and I think his was in black, but I like the brown better. But this is the Delta Sheath, and this is the Sidekick, and this is the very first one that I knew that I wanted. And I reached out to Luis and figured out exactly which one I wanted, and he's like, hey man, thanks for featuring me in the video. I'm gonna send you a couple to try out. So he did, and absolutely really thank him for that. But just to show, it fits in there, and look at that welt, how thick that is. There is no way, and as thick as that leather is, that it's not going in there. I mean, I can push on that thing as much as I want, it's not poking through this one. So that's where I first learned about Luis and Delta Sheath, and just knew that they were some absolute incredible sheaths. So this particular one I have set up with the APH clip for a scout light carry. And honestly, I didn't know until recently that they made anything other than belt sheaths. But Luis has really stepped up his game, and let me show you a couple of them. All right, so this is his newest lineup right here, and these are called the Lowrider. And they have a bunch of different colors. Pretty much all these colors are available, and black. And he actually has produced a knife, and that review is coming soon. And this one's actually called the Ocelot, and I will show you. It fits in there absolutely perfectly. So sticks up just a hair, but absolutely a lowrider type sheath. Put that in there. It's got a DCC type clip that'll clip on your pocket and comes out relatively easy. Now, like any sheath, the first time you put them in there, they're kind of a tight fit. So I highly suggest putting these in there, leaving it in there for a pretty good amount of time, and it really helps that. Also, you can't really see the patina on this side, but on this side, you'll eventually start seeing some patina, and that just makes it look really good. Now, they actually have a different material, so these are kind of like an antique type leather. I think one of them's called like a buffalo type leather, and I'll show you when I put the knife in this one, and you'll see it start happening. I've actually been using this one quite a bit, and you already see quite a bit of patina on it, but just really nice looking over time. All right, so let's talk about the lowrider sheaths. So this again comes with his Ocelot, but he sells these sheaths on his website too. Now, you guys recently saw me review the Reef F3, so let's just go ahead and take a look at it. So let's go ahead and put it in, and I will admit, so this has a pretty thick handle, as you can see there. And the very first time I actually put this in there, I didn't really push down too hard because I was just afraid that, you know, it was too big. But Luis actually did a video recently, and he showed that it fit. So I reached out to him, and he goes, you just have to leave it in there a couple days. And sure enough, once you do that, and you leave it in a couple days, it fits in there absolutely perfectly. You can see the bulge right here, so you're going to feel it in your pocket a little bit, but it fits in there absolutely perfect and comes out relatively easy. A little bit difficult the more you push it down in there, but it breaks in really easy. So I left it in there for about 3 days before I started taking it in and out. And again, you can start seeing that patina right there. Just really going to make that look good over time, especially if it was in the dark or that antique or the buffalo type. Man, that would look really, really good over time. So he has these in a bunch of different colors. I say a bunch, about 4 or 5 different colors. And a really unique one actually with this, he actually has a blue leather one, and it just looks really, really good. I'm not sure what knife I put in it, but if I have one with a blue jean micarta handle, I think that would actually look really good in there. But that's just lowrider sheaths. So both of the lowriders, they have, I think, only one size on the lowrider. I could be wrong. They may have 2, but they come. They are $70, and just absolute incredible sheath. Really nice pocket sheath. So let's take a look at one of my favorite. So this is called the Sidekick, and it comes in 2 sizes. It comes in a small and a large. And this is what I primarily have been carrying my Reef F3 in. And when you put that thing in there, I mean, beautiful on the dark carry or deep carry. And I have to have a lanyard on there because it makes it a whole lot easier to get out. But it fits in here a lot better. And you see, again, the little marks on there where it's starting to add that patina. But crazy heavy duty sheath. And just amazing feeling in the pocket. But it also, I really love because it fits in there really well. I have just a little bit, since it's so thick, I can push on that when I pull it out, and it just makes it a whole lot easier. I mean, I have the grab with this, and it will come out just fine, especially now that I've been using it for a little while. But just absolutely incredible of a sheath. And again, same one, exact same size that the 007 fits in. So here's one that's not so shiny, and here's one that's kind of got like that antique buffalo-like leather. Almost like a crazy horse, if you will. And just really incredible, really thick and good quality. So again, that's a Reef F3, and this is a Sidekick. And I think, Luis, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think this is the small. It could be the large though. Luis will leave down in the comments and let us know who or which one this is. Another thing about this, if you're looking at the sheaths, and while I think they're great values, so this one is also $70. And when I say 70, it's $69.95, $69.99, something like that, but right at $70. But if you have a question on what knife or what sheath or what size sheath you need, Luis is very responsive. So you reach out to him on Instagram, you reach out to him in an email, he will respond right away. Even if he doesn't have that information, he will look up the specs of the knife, and he will let you know, hey, this sheath will work, and that you can feel confident in ordering that. And then the last 2 sheaths I want to show you are a line called the DCC sheath. Now DCC is the style clip that this is, but they are made for kind of thinner profile straight knives. So I want to show you a couple. So there's 4 sizes of this one. There's actually a micro, a mini, a small, and a large, if I'm not mistaken. So no, there's 4 sizes, but here is my Knauf's Lander 4, and I want to show you how it fits in here. Actually this way. And you have to work it just a little bit. I haven't had many knives in here, but once you put it in, look at the back. You can already see the patina on that starting to create. Man, that's going to look nice over time. So once you take it out, you see it goes away just a little bit, but the more you use that, the more patina that's going to have on there, and it's just going to look incredible over time. I just love the way that looks when it's in there like that. So again, that's either the micro or the mini. And then here is a larger size. And again, real thick welt on the side, but incredible quality. And if you look there, super thick and just really, really nice quality. So here is actually my Jack Wolf Vampire Hunter. And this actually comes with a Tailored by Cortez sheath, and very similar style. This is a very similar style to that. So basically the way you want to do this too, just so you know, most people do, but just so you don't, because sometimes it looks like you do it the other way. This is actually the front. This is actually the way it would go in the pocket. So if you're right-handed, you want to put it in with this in front and the blade facing down, if that makes sense. So just like that. So that way, once I put it in my pocket, it's perfect to pull out, and the blade end will be right there. So that's kind of the way these work. But once you put that in there, again, really tight fit, but over time you'll start to see that patina as well. But really good stitching, really thick welt in there, so it should hold up and last pretty much a lifetime. So check them out. So Luis over at Delta Sheath, like I said, he is crazy responsive if you have any kind of questions or unsure of the fit. But I mean, when it comes to quality sheath for a really good price, hands down, hard to beat. So this is the one I use most, and probably the one I like the most is the Delta Sidekick. And this particular has a unique style clip on there. It's called a M-U-M-E-R-T, Mumert. I don't know how you say that exactly. I'm probably butchering it, but it is a USA made clip. But it's really good when you put it in the pocket, because that's kind of pushed over a little bit. You can get it really up against the edge of your pocket. Only challenge, and I've had this happen a couple times, is when I put it in at first, You see right there, literally the edge of that's catching on my pants. First world problems, all right? But you just kind of got to get that clip over and then kind of turn it back and push down, and it goes down in there just perfect. But once it's in there, it holds in there really, really well, and just an amazing sheath. Also comes out really easy, so it's not like sometimes a DCC sheath, if you don't pull that out of the way, it can pull on your clothes quite a bit. This one does not do that, but plenty of retention when you're pulling the knife out. But really good quality stuff. So check them out. Delta Sheath. Luis is the owner, and just an absolutely incredible guy, incredible sheath maker. And coming soon, we're going to do a review on the Ocelot, and that is his new knife in AEBL. And let me tell you something, I haven't cut anything with it, but looking at that edge, feeling at that edge, this thing is going to be crazy sharp and a crazy slicer. So can't wait to get that on the review table. But in the meantime, go ahead, check out the Ocelot on his website, check out some of these sheaths, and coming up soon we'll have the review on the Ocelot, and you'll get to see the full review on it. That's all I have for you guys today. Just remember, as we're out there wandering and preparing, let's make sure we do so by faith and not by sight. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and give me a like and subscribe, and let me know some of your favorite sheath makers. So I'd love to promote other companies as well, but Luis is a good one. Go check his stuff out. Very affordable, very good quality. Thank you guys so much.